This video was brought to you by Stormberg, a better route planner, Mr. Green, Kempower and Marcus Bil. Yo, what's up? We are now at Kongalv. This is a slightly different starting position than usual. And behind me here you see Nissan Ariya 87 kWh e-4orce. This is an all-wheel drive version of Ariya. I've tested the front-wheel drive before, the small battery and the big battery. This time we're going to test all-wheel drive. And I want to see, is this less efficient than the front-wheel drive or not? So I can show you the surroundings, by the way. It's near Konghalla, and you know Göteborg. Yeah, this is Kongalv. It's a little bit north of Göteborg, so we are fairly close to the highway. And I will do a 90 and 120 test, and I will just measure the consumption. We already know the battery size. So if we go over here, okay, you see. Yeah, let me show you. Normally I pass through Göteborg here doing the 1,000 kilometer challenge. So now I will just do a consumption test, and I think just to get a good enough measurement, I will go to Ljungskile and back again. You see here, okay. See if I do this and then go here and then use the station. All right. You see that is 44 kilometers away, so that means the round trip is roughly 90 kilometers. Yeah. So I guess now I will do 90 tests first, and I can show you that here we have 10 degrees Celsius outside. And it's kind of strange, man. This car, I don't know what's up with this. I need to have the temperature really high. I already noticed it's the first time I drove it in Stockholm, but also during my range test earlier. If I set it to 21 degrees Celsius, it's going to be freezing cold here. So 25 is usually what I need to have similar temperature as other cars setting it at 21 degrees Celsius. So that's just how it is. Yeah, so I guess I'll just reset the trip meter. We start with 96%. It doesn't matter really, but I'm going to reset one. Okay, by the way, since start here is buggy, so don't use this one. Since start, the consumption on since start is connected to since charge. Yeah, so I will just use sync reset. This one is correct. So yeah, all right, off we go. All right, we are on the move. Oh, sorry for my voice. There is some pollen allergy here, some burk. But look. It's almost 11 at night, and it's still a little bit of brightness left. Wow, you're gonna love Nordic winters. So yeah, I have to cruise at 93 kilometers per hour to match 90 GPS speed. So this one is what we're going to look for. So in the front wheel drive, we managed to average 179 watt-hour per kilometer. It's always high now because we get a little jolt in the beginning. It's mainly because when you start driving, you have kinetic energy in the car that you will regen if you stop driving. But that's why we have a little peak now. But of course, once we go back to the starting point, we will see the true consumption. So let me see. Oh, yeah, I can use auto high beam. So yeah, but auto high beam, just like most other cars, well, this is actually some matrix lights, will blind oncoming traffic to the point where they flash at me. It happens all the time. So I noticed it during 1,000 kilometer challenge that it was okay, yeah. So but I will probably try to use it anyway. And then here we have car scanner. It doesn't have all the variables. For example, battery temperature, I don't see it. I just see some kilowatt and some voltage stuff. So yeah, and also the state of charge here seems to be different than the state of charge here. See 94%, 93%. This could be true state of charge, whereas this one is the displayed state of charge. Yeah, that could be it. Because when I went to almost 0% higher the other day, here we saw still a higher, we saw some buffer here, and this car has quite massive buffer, around 5 kilowatt hour. I measured it in the 0 mile test in the front wheel drive. So yeah, what the heck, the auto high beam goes on and off a little bit. Seems like it's a bit confused with the street lights. So yeah, and I can show you guys that this is I'm not sure what trim it is. It's the high trim, you know, the one where you can slide the center console forward and backward, and you have the motorized I can show you here, yeah, motorized extra glove box. So yeah, hey, what happened again when we don't touch the steering wheel? Boom! Wait, did it disengage auto steer now? Let me just. Okay, I asked for redemption. Please use auto steer again. Yeah, there it's back. It's not like Tesla. Tesla will punish you, so you can't use auto steer until you put the car in park. Okay, let's just enjoy the ride up to Ljungskile then. We're now at Ljungskile. We're gonna turn around soon. So you know, I found out something here. You see, the car bugs me about holding the steering wheel. Most cars you rotate it, and then yeah, it will stop bugging. Yeah, it actually stopped bugging now. But I felt like with Ariya, it was being a little bit insensitive. Sometimes I would rotate, but it wouldn't sense it. But I found out that it actually senses pressure. I only know one other car that does it, which is Fat e-tron. You see here? Okay. Now I'm not going to rotate. I will just squeeze. You see, squeezing in this car will actually make it stop bugging. But with most other cars, for example Tesla or Mercedes, there is no squeeze sensor. It's a rotation sensor. So yeah, at least this might help you guys from getting too much frustration from Ariya. But okay, so right now the consumption is 201 watt per kilometer. That is quite high. I guess we'll also try to check for distance error. But oh, and also there's almost no wind here. Interesting. Okay, let's turn around and then see what consumption we get back at kWh then. All right, we're back at McDonald's, and the consumption was 201 watt per kilometer. That is significantly more than the front-wheel drive, but we have slight underreporting distance. It's supposed to be 90 kilometers. So yes, let's do the 120 test and see then. Okay, now it's quite dark outside. What's the time now? Yeah, almost midnight. All right, and then 123 on the speedo. So wow, look at this, 8 degrees Celsius at night. Yeah, it's relatively warm now, but I think actually it's going to drop to, yeah, it's going to drop during the night, because last night, I mean, actually this morning I saw on the roof of this Ariya that we had a little bit of frost. So yeah, I guess where I'm staying at night, it might be close to 0 degrees Celsius. But hopefully when we finish this test, it will still be around 8 degrees. But actually, we will see at Ljungskile. I think it's a little bit colder over there. We just turn around at Ljungskile, and over here it's 7 degrees Celsius. So far we have 277, 278. Yeah, it's corrected. We're 1% low now, so there's 275 roughly watt per kilometer. Yeah. Wait, is that a Volvo? Oh wow, we turn off the high beam so late. Let me just check here. Yeah, that's a Volvo. Huh. Volvo and Polestar, when I drove them with auto high beam, I got blinked. Oh no, well actually Polestar, yeah. The Volvo XC40 didn't have the pixel lights or adaptive yeah, stuff, but well, 6 degrees Celsius. Okay, and then as we go south now, the temperature should rise again to 8 or 9 degrees Celsius. We're now passing by Spekkerud. And you see over here is 9 degrees Celsius. So Ljungskile is also at sea level, and I guess over here we also probably close to sea level, but the temperature difference is quite big, 3 degrees Celsius. So right now we are 20 kilometers away from kWh. Oh, the result of 120 test, 275. Yeah, we have to correct for 1% underreporting. All right, let me plug in here, and then I need to crunch some numbers. So as you can see on the table now, this e-4orce or this overdrive is significantly thirstier than the front-wheel drive, but we have different tires. But from tests I've tested before with tires, I've seen that there shouldn't be that much difference in tire type, more like tire width and yeah, whatever other stuff, and weather and surface. So I don't think tire is the one to blame here. It seems like the overdrive system is just less efficient, just like we've seen in other cars. And actually, the difference here, I can't explain why the high-speed test has a lower diff versus the low-speed test. It could be actually maybe because the Ariya with the front-wheel drive had different weather conditions. I'm not sure really. But also this difference here is similar to what we also got in the 1000 kilometer challenge on this all-wheel drive versus the front-wheel drive. So yeah, I think based on these tests now, we can conclude that if you want to go for all-wheel drive, you have to sacrifice some efficiency, but you get more power and overdrive. But it's not always like this. For example, Tesla's overdrive is so efficient that they almost don't. They almost don't offer a rear-wheel drive version. They just have, most of them are just overdrive, except for the standard version. Plus that one, yes, you get the rear-wheel drive. But you see, the rear-wheel drive in the Model 3 or Model Y is just slightly more efficient than the overdrive. Maybe because of the weight difference, but it seems like the drivetrain in Tesla, for example, is very efficient. Here, I don't know what's going on, but it seems like the drivetrain efficiency, or inefficiency rather, is not that great. Yeah, all right, anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.